Hello and welcome to the wrap-up video to WITM Season 7 and our time on WWE 2K22. As you can see in the title of the video, we have decided to go ahead and put an end to our WWE 2K22 content and WITM Season 7. The board of directors consisting of myself, Corey, Cabbages09, and Dalton Roush have decided unanimously to put an end to WITM Season 7 because there are graphical glitches now in the game that we have not seen before. If you watch the previous episode, NXT 2.0, I believe that was episode 67, there was a lot of texture popping in the middle of the ring during entrances and victory scenes and a little bit during the match that we did not see before. And the biggest reason we decided to put an end to Season 7 was because the video cutscene creator that we used for promos was not working for about half the scenes that I tried to use for the SmackDown promo prior to SummerSlam. So we are going to end WITM Season 7 here. But before we do that, we are going to have a proper wrap-up to the season as we have done for most seasons in the past. We're going to take one last look at the rankings heading into WITM Season 8 and 2K23, which comes out for Deluxe and Icon Edition holders about 2 weeks from the time of this recording. Both Dalton Roush and I already have our Deluxe or Icon Editions of the game pre-ordered, so we will get to work on starting Season 8 as soon as possible, remaking CAWs, getting Universe set up, and such. So the first thing we're going to do here is take a look at all of the rankings for our four main shows: Raw, NXT 2.0, NXT UK, and SmackDown. And we'll talk about what lies ahead for Season 8. We'll take a look at all of our different CAWs that we have that are WITM CAWs and talk about the Season 7 that they had and what may lay in store for them in Season 8, and then we will officially end Season 7. Like I said, the first thing we're going to do is go through the rankings. Let's start off with NXT UK, since that's the show that doesn't have any WITM members. Now, we are going to, as much as possible, carry over all of these rankings into WWE 2K23 in Season 8, so the rankings that you see here to finish off Season 7 will, for the most part, be the same rankings that you see to start Season 8. We're going to have the same champions and all of that. The one that may be a bit different is NXT UK, however, because we only have about 1 month of Universe left before NXT UK came to a close in real life and some of their stars moved on to NXT. So, more than likely, we're only going to be bringing back for Season 8 superstars that are going to be moving over to NXT, like Ilya Dragunov, like Miko Satomura, like Isla Dawn, etc. The ones that got released at the end of NXT UK's time probably won't be included in our Season 8 roster for NXT UK, just to make room for other CAWs and custom content. But at the end of Season 7, the NXT UK Women's Champion is Blair Davenport. Number 1 contender Jinny. Number 2 Aaliyah James. Number 3 Miko Satomura. Number 4 Isla Dawn. Number 5 Stevie Turner. Number 6 Amale. And number 7 Nina Samuels. The NXT UK Tag Team Champions are Briggs and Jensen from NXT 2.0, who have been appearing on both shows as they won the NXT UK Tag Team titles both here in WITM and in real life when they made a guest appearance on NXT UK. Number 1 contenders Gallus, number 2 Die Family, and number 3 Ashton Smith and Oliver Carter. The NXT United Kingdom Champion is Ilya Dragunov, number 1 contender Trent Seven, number 2 Tyler Bates, number 3 Primates, number 4 Kenny Williams, number 5 Noam Dar, number 6 Rampage Brown, number 7 Eddie Dennis, number 8 Wolfgang, number 9 Sam Gradwell, and number 10 Dave Mastiff. So now we move on to shows that do have WITM members, starting with NXT 2.0. And if you're wondering, I know that in real life NXT 2.0 is no more. They went back to NXT and a black and gold and orange color scheme. Once we reach the point that they did so in Universe, we will be making that change at some point during Season 8, and getting a more accurate arena for that switch over to that branding. The NXT Women's Tag Team Championships are vacant, and we will be crowning a new champion very early on in Season 8, and it will be one of these four teams: Katana Chance and Kaden Carter. Toxic Attraction, represented by Gigi Dolan and JC Jane. Rage K47, part of the larger faction, the Rage family. Ray K47 and Sam Rage of WITM. And Valentina Feroz and Yulissa Leon. One of those four teams will be the new NXT Women's Tag Team Champions, and it will be crowned in our first NXT 2.0 episode of Season 8. The NXT Women's Champion is WITM's own Queen Alpaca, number one contender, and her next opponent, once we get to NXT Heat Wave at some point during Season 8, will be the winner of the 20-woman Battle Royal, Cora Jade. Number 2, Roxanne Perez. Number 3, Nikita Lyons. Number 4, Mandy Rose. Number 5, Ariana Grace. Number 6, Fallon Henley. Number 7, Ivy Nile. Number 8, Zoe Stark. Number 9, Alba Fire. Number 10, Indy Hartwell. Number 11, Lash Legend. Number 12, Saray. Number 13, Taya Hale. Number 14, Tiffany Stratton. Number 15, Wendy Chu. The NXT Tag Team Champions are the Rage family. And again, these are messed up, so I'm going to try to fix that a little bit, because those are not the same rankings we had at the end of the last episode. Alright, that is correct. Number one contenders and opponents of the Rage family for the NXT Tag Team titles on our next NXT episode, which will be taking place during Season 8. Jagger Reed and Rip Fowler, the man formerly known as the Grizzled Young Veterans, now known as Schism, the stable led by Joe Gacy. They'll be challenging the Rage family for NXT Tag Team titles very early on in Season 8. Number 2 is Idris Enofe and Malik Blade. Number 3, Andre Chase and Bodie Hayward, Chase University. Number 4, the Creed Brothers, representing the Diamond Mine. Number 5, Pretty Deadly. The NXT North American Champion is Grayson Waller. Number 1 contender, Giovanni Vinci. Number 2, WITM's Cabbages. Number 3, WITM's Darf. Number 4, Nathan Frazier. Number 5, Axiom. Number 6, Carmelo Hayes. Number 7, JD McDonough. Number 8, Trick Williams. Number 9, Solo Sikoa. Number 10, Von Wagner. Number 11, Cheyenne Quinn. And number 12, Wes Lee. The NXT Champion is Tony D'Angelo, the leader of both the D'Angelo family and now Legado del Fantasma as well. Number 1 contender, Braun Breaker. Number 2, Apollo Crews. Number 3, WITM's Tiger Brown. Number 4, Santos Escobar. Number 5, Cameron Grimes. Number 6, Duke Hudson. Number 7, Joe Gacy. Now we will move on to SmackDown, which does have some WITM members. The 24/7 champion is Sheamus. Once we reach the point that the 24/7 championship was done away with in real life, we will be removing that from WITM as well. The SmackDown Women's Champion is Raquel Rodriguez. Number 1 contender, Natalya. Number 2, Shayna Baszler. Number 3, Ronda Rousey. Number 4, Liv Morgan. Number 5, Shotzi. Number 6, Lacey Evans. Number 7, Shia Lee. And number 8, Aaliyah. The SmackDown Tag Team Champions and Unified Tag Team Champions are the Mysterios. Number 1 contenders, The New Day. Number 2, the Usos. Number 3, the Brawling Brutes. Number 4, Viking Raiders. Number 5, Los Lotharios. And if you're wondering why Dominic is still teaming with his dad after he became a member of the Judgment Day in real life, stay tuned, because very early on in Season 8 that will change, as it did in real life. The Intercontinental Champion is Jinder Mahal. Number 1 contender, Gunther. Number 2, Madcap Moss. Number 3, Shinsuke Nakamura. Number 4, Ricochet. Number 5, Happy Corbin. Number 6, Sami Zayn. Number 7, Austin Rage of WITM. Number 8, Shanky. The WWE Universal Champion and the undisputed WWE Universal Champion is Brock Lesnar. Number 1 contender, Drew McIntyre. Number 2, DJ Rage. And number 3, Roman Reigns. Those are his contenders from SmackDown. Now let's move on to Monday Night Raw. The 24/7 champion is Sheamus. The Raw Women's champion is Becky Lynch. Number 1 contender, Rhea Ripley. Number 2, Asuka. Number 3, Carmella. Number 4, Alexa Bliss. Number 5, Sonya Deville. Number 6, Bianca Belair. Number 7, Dana Brooke. Number 8, Nikki ASH. Number 9, Tamina. Number 10, Doudrop. The Unified Tag Team Champions are the Mysterios. Number 1 contenders, Street Profits. Number 2, Alec Winterborn and Ye-Rock of the Falcon Claws, and of course WITM. And number 3 is Alpha Academy. The United States Champion is Matt Riddle. Number 1 contender, Mustafa Ali. Number 2, Seth Rollins. Number 3, Damian Priest. Number 4, The Miz. Number 5, Tommaso Ciampa. Number 6, R-Truth. Number 7, Dolph Ziggler. Number 8, Austin Theory. Number 9, Shelton Benjamin. And number 10, Omos. The undisputed WWE Universal Champion is Brock Lesnar. Contenders from Raw are number 1, AJ Styles. Number 2, Bobby Lashley. Number 3, his confirmed opponent at SummerSlam, who already earned that opportunity, Finn Balor. Number 4, Kevin Owens. Number 5, Mr. Money in the Bank Corey, who could very well cash in at SummerSlam on Brock Lesnar and or Finn Balor very early on in Season 8. So now let's go through the entire roster. We'll go to Custom Superstars and let's discuss the WITM members and how they did in Season 7. We'll start off with Alec Winterborn. He is one half of a tag team with his best friend Ye-Rock and part of the Falcon Claws. He has been pretty dominant early on in his career. He debuted here in Season 7 as part of the Falcon Claws. He will, of course, be returning for Season 8. He is a powerhouse. He has shown a lot of power. He also loves to fight on the outside, and he is already a title holder as a former one half of the NXT Tag Team Champions. Already has earned a promotion to Monday Night Raw from NXT along with Ye-Rock. Austin Rage is a member of the Rage family. He spent most of Season 7 pursuing the United States Championship or Intercontinental Championship. He started off as a member of Monday Night Raw and pursued the United States Championship, was part of the United States title tournament that was eventually won by Matt Riddle. He then moved over to SmackDown when DJ Rage was forced to leave Raw to join his brother, where he began pursuing Jinder Mahal in the Intercontinental Championship, earned a title shot against Jinder Mahal, but came up just short, and now he finds himself in a rivalry with Shinsuke Nakamura. Where will that lead? We will have to find out early on in Season 8. Moving down the list, we find Cabbages of the Falcon Claws. He is part of the NXT 2.0 roster. He started off Season 7 as one half of Bloody Cabbages alongside, at the time, Youngblood, now known as Devin Rage. And they had quite a bit of success early on, earning tag team title opportunities. However, every time they earned an opportunity, they came up short of dethroning Legado del Fantasma as the NXT Tag Team Champions. This led Cabbages to grow frustrated with Devin Rage, who was getting most of the time in ring when they tagged together. This would lead him to leave Bloody Cabbages and go on to join the Falcon Claws, where Cabbages has been pursuing the NXT North American title, but unfortunately hasn't really received an opportunity to do that because the game doesn't book him very often. Hopefully that will change in Season 8. Moving down the list, we find Corey, Mr. Money in the Bank, part of Monday Night Raw and the leader of the Falcon Claws. His season started competing on SmackDown, feuding with the likes of Roman Reigns, Drew McIntyre, and Sheamus after not getting booked for the first few months of Season 7. He would then go on to lead the Falcon Claws, and then eventually would be sent over to Monday Night Raw as part of the trade that brought Austin Rage and DJ Rage to SmackDown. He would then go on to become Mr. Money in the Bank at Money in the Bank, which he still holds the briefcase heading into WITM Season 8. His first opportunity to cash in that briefcase will be at SummerSlam during the match between Brock Lesnar and Finn Balor for the undisputed WWE title. Will we see Corey cash in very early on, or will he hang on to it a while longer? We'll have to wait and see. Corey is going into Season 8 with a cold streak after losses to AJ Styles and Bobby Lashley. Next up, we find Dalton Roush, who doesn't normally look like he does in the picture. That's just what he looked like during his last promo, where he gave an update on what he's doing, which is currently filming his Creature of the Woods horror movie series. Dalton Roush started off Season 7 as a member of the Bank Robbers alongside his cousin, DJ Rage. He would later go on to turn on DJ Rage, and they would have an intense rivalry that lasted 3 months, a rivalry that was won by Dalton Roush. After the rivalry ended, Dalton Roush returned to Hollywood to work on his Creature of the Woods movie, and we are waiting to see what Season 8 has in store for him. As Dalton Roush has said, he will be returning soon. The question is, what version of Dalton will we see in Season 8? Will it be the Rage Killer Dalton that we saw during much of Season 7, where he is a heel and completely against his Rage family members? Or will we see the lighter side of Dalton that is an ally to his family? We'll have to find out in Season 8. Speaking of the Rage family, we find the patriarch of the Rage family, Dan Rage, the WITM head trainer, the elder member of the Rage family who did compete in one match in Season 7 and is a part-time wrestler. Normally he is a backstage member for WWE and sometimes acts like a general manager. But we did see him defeat Dalton Roush earlier this season, and the question is, in Season 8, will we see him appear again as a wrestler? We'll have to wait and find out. Next up, we find Darth, part of the Falcon Claws, a man who was introduced late in Season 7, the twin brother of Cabbages, who we spoke about earlier. He has only competed about 3 or 4 times, but we will see him featured at SummerSlam. He'll be teaming up with Alec Winterborn and Rock to take on Logan Paul, The Miz, and Tommaso Ciampa at SummerSlam. Darth lost his first 2 matches and then got reprimanded by his twin brother Cabbages for challenging Miz, Logan Paul, and Ciampa at SummerSlam without consulting the rest of the Falcon Claws and being quite cocky while doing so. Darth has just apologized, won his first match, and now has a SummerSlam appearance to look forward to. We are very early on in the career of Darth. It will be interesting to see how Season 8 goes for Darth, a man who has a ton of potential. Next up, we find Devin Rage, one half of the NXT Tag Team Champions, alongside Matthew Rage, and a member of the Rage family. As we said, he began Season 7 as one half of Bloody Cabbages with Cabbages. Cabbages later decided to leave Bloody Cabbages and join the Falcon Claws. Devin Rage, after that, became a singles wrestler briefly before returning to tag team action as part of the Rage family and a tag team with Matthew Rage, and they have had success, obviously, with them holding the NXT Tag Team Championships. The question going early on in Season 8 is how long they hold those titles, because they will have a defense right away against Schism. Next up, we find the leader of the Rage family. He started this season, as we mentioned before, as part of the Bank Robbers alongside his cousin, Dalton Roush. He then entered into a rivalry with Dalton Roush after Dalton turned on him, a rivalry that was won by Dalton. He would then be sent to SmackDown after he was forced to leave Raw after losing a Hell in a Cell match against Dalton, where he has spent most of his time leading the Rage family as well as occasionally competing in matches on SmackDown. what does the future hold for DJ Rage in Season 8? We'll have to wait and see, as he is now finds himself for the first time in his career in the main event picture. Moving down the list. Is that it? No, we find Matthew Rage, the other half of the NXT Tag Team Champions, alongside Devin Rage, a man that was introduced here in Season 7. He is the man who ushered in the third generation of the Rage family in the WWE, a lineage that started with Dan Rage, then went on to the majority of the Rage family, members like DJ and Austin, etc. And then the third generation of the Rage family started with Matthew Rage, and he is already having success as one half of the NXT Tag Team Champions. He likely has a bright future ahead of him. I'm interested to see what he can do in Season 8 and how long he can hold on to his NXT Tag Team titles. Going down the list, we find Queen Alpaca, the NXT Women's Champion, the undefeated NXT Women's Champion. She joined in WIT Season 7 as the first female member of the Falcon Claws, and she is the girlfriend of the Falcon Claws, Alec Winterborn. She has been dominant so far, undefeated. She has her first title defense coming up in about a Universe month against Cora Jade, the winner of the 20 Women Battle Royal for the right to face Queen Alpaca, and she has only competed in about 3 or 4 matches, but has quickly put away her opponents in each, putting away the likes of Alba Fire and Sam Rage. And it'll be interesting to see if her dominance carries into Season 8 and how long she's going to hold that NXT Women's title. Next up, we find another woman that competes in NXT, the woman known as Ray K47, one half of Rage K47 and an honorary member of the Rage family, despite not being a Rage herself. It was honestly kind of an off year for Rage K47. They didn't get to book much, and when they did, weren't able to accomplish a whole lot. But hopefully Season 8 will be an improvement for Ray K47 and her tag team partner Sam Rage. Speaking of Sam Rage, she is next on the list. The story's about the same for her. She dabbled a little bit in singles wrestling, coming up short in a match with Queen Alpaca, and in the 20-woman Battle Royal for the right to face Queen Alpaca for the NXT Women's title, and has kind of been lost in the shuffle in the NXT Women's Tag Team division. It'll be interesting to see if Season 8 will be an improvement for her and her tag team partner. Then we find Tiger Brown, a man who was quite successful early on here in Season 7, where he made his WITM debut. He quickly shot up the ranks after joining the Falcon Claws and our WITM roster and became NXT North American Champion. He then joined the main event division in NXT, pursuing the NXT Championship, where he's kind of been lost in the shuffle. He's had some wins, he's had some losses, but lately he has started to turn things around and get more wins than losses. I'm interested to see if he can capture the NXT Championship in Season 8. And those are all of our WIT members, just about, except for E-Rock. E-Rock is one half of a tag team with Alec Winterborn, competing on Monday Night Raw, former one half of the NXT Tag Team Champions. And he will have a SummerSlam match to look forward to, competing alongside fellow Falcon Claws Alec Winterborn and Darth against Logan Paul, The Miz, and Tommaso Ciampa very early on in WITM Season 8. He has been impressive, showing not just speed and agility as you expect from somebody with his build, but also a lot of tenacity and willing to take the fight outside the ring if need be. He has been impressive early on. We're excited to see what he can do in Season 8 alongside Alec Winterborn. So now we look to see what's on tap for Season 8. Season 8 will start with an introduction video. Once all the necessary CAWs are made and universe is set up, then we will have our final build to SummerSlam and an introduction video showcasing what our universe is going to look like in Season 8. We will also feature a promo on SmackDown that was originally scheduled for Season 7, giving us our final build to SummerSlam. We will then reveal the SummerSlam card in that same episode, and then Season 8's in-ring action will start in episode number 1 with SummerSlam. We will have at least 2 WITM matches. We already have the Falcon Claws versus Logan Paul, The Miz, and Tommaso Ciampa confirmed. We have a rivalry in the works between Shinsuke Nakamura and Austin Reigns that could lead to a SummerSlam match. We also have the possibility, if he so chooses, that Corey cashes in on either Brock Lesnar or Finn Balor during or after the WWE Universal Championship match, attempts to become undisputed WWE Universal Champion if he so chooses to cash in on that night. We will then follow that up early on in Season 8 with, of course, a Raw featuring some aftermath from SummerSlam. We will then have a loaded NXT 2.0 that will feature at least 2 WITM members, or rather 2 WITM matches that are title matches. We already know that the Rage family will defend the NXT Tag Team titles against Schism, and I believe there was another title match in there as well. I honestly can't remember because it's been so long since I recorded, but I believe there was another match as well that was going to be confirmed for the episode. NXT UK has about a month left before we remove it from WITM, and then we'll have a SmackDown that will likely take place episode number 4 that will also feature Fallout from SummerSlam. In about a universe month, you will have NXT Heatwave, where Queen Alpaca will defend the NXT Women's title against Cora Jade, rather. And we will also have Worlds Collide, where the champions of NXT will take on the final champions of NXT UK to unify the NXT and NXT UK titles. So, for example, the NXT champion will face the NXT UK champion. If Queen Alpaca is still NXT Women's Champion, she will take on the UK Women's Champion, and the winner of those matches will be undisputed champions and hold both titles. So lots to look forward to very early on in Season 8. We will try to start bringing you WWE 2K23 content as soon as possible, hopefully no later than about a month or so. Like I said, we gotta get CAWs made, we gotta download any necessary CAWs that are missing from the in-game roster. NXT stars like, I believe, Chase U and Pretty Deadly that do not have characters in the game already. But we are super excited to bring you more content on WWE 2K23 for WITM Season 8. I'm super excited. I wish we could start already, but we gotta wait for the game to release and for Universe to be properly set up. But that is going to put an end to WITM Season 7. We, one final time, want to dedicate this season, as we did all season long, with our opening segment to the late and great Austin Zimmerman, the man known to WITM fans as Zims and Zims Moxley, as well as his fiancée, who also unfortunately passed away, known to WITM fans as Rose and Evelyn. We want to thank them for all their past contributions to WITM, and though we may not always have that opening segment like we did in Season 7 with their picture, we will always remember them here at WITM, always be grateful to them, and you're going to hear more about them and ways we are paying tribute to them in future WITM storylines. I want to thank anybody who subscribed or had a character created or tuned in to WITM Season 7 and or WWE 2K22 content, and I hope that you will return when WITM Season 8 begins. But that is going to do it for WITM Season 7 and our WWE 2K22 content. Thank you so much for watching and being a part of this season. We hope to make Season 8 the best yet. And until WITM Season 8 begins, this is Corey with WITM CAW Wrestling, signing off one last time for Season 7.